Good afternoon, I'm Raine Musñgi and this is Newsfeed. Philippine share prices log marginal gains to end the week, getting a lift once again from index heavyweights SM Prime and Ayala Land. The PSEi index inched up by about 6 points or less than 0.1%, closing the week below the 6,900 level. The benchmark index got a boost from the property sector, adding 1.9%. SM Prime soared by more than 3%, while Ayala Land rallied by about 1.3%. Total value turnover doubled to 13.3 billion pesos, while advancers edged out decliners 104 to 88. The Philippine stock market may need a boost from foreign capital if it wants to break and consistently stay above the 7,000 level. First Metro Investment Head of Research, Cristina Ulang, says it's only a matter of time before this happens, as Wall Street has become very expensive. This may eventually force foreign money to find cheaper alternatives in attractive emerging markets like the Philippines. Ulang adds, with inflation contained and a policy easing underway, the Philippines may tempt these investors with high growth prospects, double-digit corporate earnings growth, and low valuation.
There's a lot of profit taking, and I think the foreign buying has to come in a bigger way so that we're able to breach the 7,000 level. Apparently, it's a formidable barrier in that we need to do more buying, but we also need a healthy correction, and we're seeing it now.
The Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas projects August inflation to settle within 3.2 to 4%. BSP says higher electricity rates and higher prices for agricultural commodities are the primary sources of the upward price pressures. But these factors are expected to be offset by lower domestic oil prices, as well as lower rice, fish, and meat prices, coupled with the peso's appreciation against the U.S. dollar. U.S. ride-hailing giant Uber sees promising growth in South Korea. Uber's chief executive says South Korea is a very attractive market for the company, despite having a small market share in the country. Uber entered South Korea a decade ago, but was met with protests by taxi drivers, prompting a ban by Seoul city authorities. It re-entered the country in 2021 and is currently an underdog to local tech group Kakao, which has a 90% share in the taxi hailing industry.
The Korean economy is a huge economy. It's the 14th largest GDP on a global basis. The GDP per capita in Korea is similar to the GDP per capita in Japan. So it's a very, very attractive market for us. At the same time, the Korean market is very different, and Western companies have had difficulty penetrating into the Korean market, which is one of the reasons why we have a partnership with SK Square. Getting their local advice and market know-how is something that's very valuable for us.
Back here at home, the NBI, PAOK, and AMLAC jointly filed a money laundering case against Alice Go, Cassandra Ong, and the incorporators of Hongsheng Gaming Technology, Baofu Land Development Incorporated, and Zunyuan Technology. Go is at the center of a Senate probe on the illegal POGO operations. The dismissed Bamban mayor, who also has a warrant of arrest from the Senate, left the country last month and is believed to be hiding in Indonesia. Her cohorts, Cassandra Ong and Sheila Go, who left with her, were apprehended in Indonesia last week and brought back to the country to face congressional investigations. Earlier, Senator Win Gatchalian asked for an explanation from AMLAC as to why no money laundering case has been filed yet against Alice Go and her cohorts. Police have been scouring the Kingdom of Jesus Christ compound in Davao City as they hunt for Pastor Apollo Kibuloy. But so far, they've only managed to cover almost half of the sprawling property. Francis Falve reports on day 7 of the operation against the fugitive religious leader.
The Military Civil Disturbance Management Unit and over 1,000 of additional policemen worked together on the 7th day of operation to arrest KOJC Pastor Apollo Kibuloy in Davao City. PNP says there is still a massive area and multiple buildings they need to go through. They are still using heartbeat and movement detectors, believing Kibuloy is underground.
Just to give you an idea doon sa kung bakit natatagalan, particularly in locating this underground facility, we are looking at an underground facility na made up of thick stones, thick metals, at napakatigas po ng mga yan. So itong underground facility was built and made to withstand any man-made calamity or even natural-made disaster. So ganun po yung hinaharap po natin na difficulty why it's really taking time to really penetrate this underground facility and to locate yung mga possible ingress and egress dito po sa mga underground facility. But we have a specific areas, but I hope you understand, hindi po natin maibigay yung specific so as not to telegraph. Hindi po tayo aalis doon until such time we are satisfied na nasilip na po natin at na-inspect lahat po ng sulok nitong napakalawak po na compound na ating hinahanap po.
Interior and Local Government Secretary Benjamin Abalos Jr. shared on Thursday the videos PNP obtained from days of operation inside the KOJC compound. He pointed out obstacles authorities need to deal with, like barbed and electric fencing, as well as laser lights when they entered enclosed spaces. They also discovered Molotov cocktails in the rooms. The secretary also showed a video of what seems to be a secret passage from the dome connected to some areas inside the 32-hectare KOJC compound, including a room supposedly of Kibuloy.
Iilan lang yan, hindi lahat pwede namin ipakita. Iilan lang yan mga secret passage at yung mga nakita namin kung saan siya. Pasensya na kayo, hindi namin pwede ipakita gawa ng medyo maselan pa, baka makompromise ang operasyon nila Chief PNP Marbil at of course ni General Torre. So, napakahirap sa totoo lang. Napakahirap. In fact, kinukuha namin ang plano mismo nito sa Office ng Engineering ng City ng Davao kung ito'y nakadeklara o hindi. Lahat ng intricate things na ginawa at binuo po doon, no, na pwedeng pagtaguan. So, mabigat po ito, mahirap na challenge.
KOJC-led legal counsel attorney Israelito Torion flags the presence of soldiers, saying the Constitution only allows the use of military force in cases of lawless violence or rebellion. Defense Secretary Gilberto Chodoro Jr. clarified on Wednesday that soldiers were deployed to assist the Police Regional Office 11 at the request of the police. KOJC maintains the operation of PNP is illegal and asked the PNP to honor a temporary protection order issued by the Davao RTC. The Court of Appeals has extended the freeze order on Kibuloy's assets until February 2025. The order also covers assets of Suarasag Media Corporation, which operates under the name Sunshine Media Network International. Francis Polbe, BNC News.
Hong Kong pro-democracy news outlet Stand News and two of its former chief editors were found guilty of sedition. Editors Chung Pui Quen and Patrick Lam are the first journalists to be convicted of sedition since Britain handed over the former British colony to China in 1997. Chung and Lam were in charge of Stand News, a Chinese-language website that gained massive following during the pro-democracy protests in 2019. They were charged under colonial-era law, which punishes sedition with a maximum of 2-year jail term. A recent security law enacted in March raised the jail term for sedition to 7 years. Now, with the Paralympics underway in Paris, a British startup is giving the visually impaired the means to enjoy the games. Developed by Give Vision, the high-tech headset provides those with vision loss a significantly enhanced visual experience and allows them to watch events in real time. The device has already been used for other
works in a couple of different ways. First of all, you can use it as itself in its head. It's got its own camera. The person using the headset can really zoom in on what they want to see. They can manipulate the image to suit their sight loss. The key thing with this is for a lot of people with sight loss, they need things to be enlarged and close by and quite bright. And this headset kind of encompasses all of those things. There's also a second setting where we connect in with the local TV cameras at an event. And this means that the person using the headset gets real-time footage of what's happening in front of them.
The device has already been used for other sporting events, including the Paris Games. But this is a first for the Paralympics. And that's the news this hour. I'm Raine Musñgi. Stay tuned to BNC on Free TV Channel 31 and on our website, bnc.ph. Bilyonaryo News Channel, always on top.